WWII, the cable TV service of the University of Illinois.
This particular display, there's about 700 to 750 of them. We had the airport crew, and then there were some volunteers from town, and some young people from town came out yesterday and helped us set them up. My connection to the veterans, basically, to be truthful, without the veterans, I wouldn't be able to put up my flags. We would be putting up the swastika or the rising sun or something. These guys here are the ones that saved our country. We had a soldier up near where I live that got killed, KIA, and there was probably 2,000 people showed up, but there was only maybe 100, 200 flags, and it just didn't seem right. You know, these young men or these guys here, they serve our country. They ought to have the respect of everybody, and that flag ought to be flying for them. I don't think there's any such thing as too many flags for a soldier. I mean, we've got another, hopefully we've got another 1,000 flags coming, which will put me over 2,000 flags. I leave a town and I always think I could do more.
It's Honor Flight Day, and Steve Holstein's at Willard Airport. He's making the flight, tagging along. Everybody's got to be kind of electric at this point, right?
Yeah, everybody's really, really excited, and most of the veterans that I talked to said that they either got very little sleep or, you know, they woke up an hour or two before their alarms went off.
Obviously, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the World War II Memorial. That's the whole reason we're doing Honor Flight, but we've got a full itinerary of things happening in D.C.
Yeah, you know, it's not just that. I mean, it'll take time to get these 75 veterans around, and their safety is the utmost importance. But, yep, we're going to go to that memorial. We have the Korean Memorial. We'll be going to the Kennedy family gravesite. Let's see, Navy Memorial, changing of the guard ceremony, where the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is, and about 4 or 5 other things as well.
Oxygen will be flowing to the mask, even though the bag may not inflate. Seatbelts.
Alright, see over here, baby. You can't see.
Isn't that neat?
That's something.
I did it about 3 years ago. This is about I've done over 100 honor flights, almost 10,000 veterans. Yeah, it's great. I get a lot of wonderful compliments. Mainly it's just the veterans going by and looking at me.
The one airplane we fighter pilots in New Guinea wanted was the P-38. We had begged Washington to spare us a few of these high-flying Speedy Lightnings. When we finally got them, the ground crews had a big job on their hands. Fuel tanks, superchargers, armament, all required major adjustment or repair. 12 brand new P-38s were being dispatched to intercept an invading force of unknown strength.
I saw working in the garden one day and saw P-38s flying up above here from Chanute. I want to fly them. And I lucked out, I got to. P-38 You don't hear it till it's there and then it's gone. You hear it as it leaves. Whispering death, the Germans called it.
Called me last night, said he was having leg cramp.
It brought back a lot of different memories to what we went through, what they did to be honored like they are, and we honor them because they deserve it.
I read the sacrifice thing, and that was just what a lot of us went through at that time, and it was just really gets to you, something like that. It's been so long ago that you'd think the memories would be gone, but they don't. They just keep coming back when you see something like that. And it's just beautiful that they made something like that to remember the fellows that were in the Air Force. At the time I was there, I was 18 years old, and you don't think about those things. You're too young at the time. But after you get older and you think about it, you wonder how you ever put up with some of the things that you had. So that was one of the main things that was in my mind, that I was so young and so inexperienced and get involved in it. Well, we all were. I'm right now, when I was 18 years old, I'm 87. So everybody that went in that was 18 are my age or older. And thankful for the fact that we're still able to be out and that they do things like this in memory of veterans.
What a beautiful day to be paying our respects here at Arlington National Cemetery. Arlington, of course, is the most well-known of all of our national cemeteries. 129 national cemeteries throughout the United States, active national cemeteries. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Arlington is, of course, the oldest of all those, and, of course, obviously the most well-known.
I've been to some national cemeteries, but this is just so different. It's so hilly and so big. It's massive, and all of the dignitaries, the history people, have been buried here are just fabulous. You know, to think that all of that history is buried in the same area, and it's got to be awesome. You know, it's just different.
I am Sergeant Skywalker of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, United States Army, commander of the Relief, the Unknown Soldier. The ceremony that you're about to witness is the changing of the guard. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, it is requested that everyone remain silent and standing. Thank you.
Changing the guard is very impressive. Those guys have to be special to put the strict movements, timed everything. It is, I wouldn't want to be it. It's great.
Precinct. Oh.
This is my second time to Arlington. You know, it's just as moving as the first time, and just to see the intensity on these World War II veterans' faces as they watch the changing of the guard ceremony. You know, that's just you can't put that into words.
And I'm overwhelmed that we have a group of Illinois. We often get our
Well, I used to attend University of Illinois from 1999 to 2004.
And we saw the changing, and you were a part of that, and then afterwards you talked with our veterans who are on the honor flight. So you did a quick change and came out. It was very nice of you to talk to them.
Yes, in our training, in our 69 months of training, we are required and trained to get undressed and dressed in 3 minutes or less.
How you stay so thin as a cook?
Well, I have a metabolism. How you doing, Lloyd?
Good.
Good?
He was something special, really different. Knowing he's from an Illinois grad and everything makes us a little special.
My hero. 30 years? I got 7. You make my years feel like pennies.
Yeah, that's a good story.
Well, basically what I said is an honor to shake your hand and be in your presence.
Across the sands of Iwo Jima.
Well, just brings back a lot of memories of a lot of my friends. Some I lost, and some that I knew here. And it's a great honor to see them up there.
Our ship was the first one to land there. We landed right at the foot of Mount Suribachi, the first wave. They were 99% sure that the first flag that went up there was off of our ship. It would have been a 3x5 flag, and Harry Truman was president then, and he wanted a larger flag and a picture so they could sell war bonds back in the United States.
In all my experience with shipyards, I have never seen such tireless energy. In spite of suggestions that the Seabees be relieved for rest, many of them worked 36 hours straight until the job was done.
Down in the engine room, we had a saying that they had a door on each side of the ship in the engine room. And whenever they had a torpedo coming, we would open the door and let it in one side, and open the door and let it out the other side, see?
I didn't think I'd ever see it, but I enjoy it. I feel honored. I mean, they thought that much of the Navy and the Army and everybody else. It's just awesome. I can't describe it. Yeah, it is. It's awesome. Of course, they all look a little older in there, just everybody, but yeah, it's awesome.
We do research about you all the time.
Excellent. Thank you.
It is a dirty, many-sided, complex struggle, a twilight war fought in shadow and stealth, on battlefields which flow like the sea and whose battle lines change with the night.
Come back again.
There he is, right there.
Get a picture of it.
Okay, a 3. 1,
2, 3.
Thanks. Perfect. Means a lot to me.
I got a little going to be down there, 38. What was your nephew, right?
Yep. It's gonna rain tonight. Don't want to get in room.
It was only then we got some idea of what our withdrawal had cost the enemy in the way of losses of men and materiel and overextended lines. Not that it was easy, but we found that a lot of the sock had gone out of them.
It was one of the most impressive ones I saw. With those guys in that field, like field of rubbish, whatever it was, they look so human, and I can almost imagine a bunch of them going through the jungle, which is what it was meant to be, I'm sure. It was really impressive.
The woods. Costly to our Navy was the loss of war vessels, airplanes, and equipment, but more costly to Japan was the effectiveness of its foul attack in immediately unifying America in its determination to fight and win the war thrust upon it, and to win the peace that will follow.
September 2nd, 1945, we were at anchor outside Tokyo Bay, waiting for the USS Missouri to pull out of Tokyo Bay so that we could pull in. The USS Missouri was in Tokyo Bay for the signing of the peace treaty. When the Missouri pulled out of Tokyo Bay, we sailed into Tokyo Bay. End of story.
I heard about it through the radio station, and my grandfather was a World War II veteran, and I grew up hearing all his stories, and he was a huge inspiration for me joining the military. So I lost him in 1992, so I thought this was something that I had to do, and wanted to come along and get these guys up here to their memorial.
It's just hard to believe that come out of high school in September and went into service in November. And it is. It's really hard. I look at young people now that 18, 19 years old and try to compare myself to them, and it's hard to do.
All right. Well, really, it's almost unbelievable.
Yeah, I've never experienced anything quite like this, and it amazes me really. And the people that put all this together, and the time and effort, and the contributions by the different organizations. I know at home the Rotary Club was very active in it, and just individual people, $1, $2, $5. It's wonderful. It really is. Just to think they went another way.
Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941, a date that will live in infamy. No matter how long it take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous mind will win through to absolute victory. Frank Roosevelt.
It really is a shame that it took this long to get this thing built for these guys, considering what they've done for the world.
Like my grandpa said, when he went into the Pacific, he went into New Guinea, and seeing the sign there of New Guinea on the walk there, that was my favorite part.
But as I look back at it, those 3 years from the time I was 18 to 21 are probably the best time of a person's life. You're out of high school, you're getting your college education, you're getting family established. Here we were fighting a war, and it just set everything back that length of time. Yeah, it really does stick in your mind.
We weren't consciously thinking of it, but actually it had to be in the back of our minds to know that we were doing something for our kids and their kids.
Walking through the airport, people you've never see them again. Come up and shake your hand and say, boy, you're great. And I've never had that happen to me before.
Usually it's on the golf course, and we don't mention things like being great.
The stars at the World War Material really hit me. Yeah. That was something. 4,048 stars, one for each star representing 100 killed or missing in action. That meant a lot.
It's something that many, many people are going to enjoy, and we certainly enjoyed it. I think everybody here did, without a doubt.
It was more just reflecting on what those memorials mean. I keep getting emotional, I'm sorry.
I thought the World War II memorial was very, very good. It was just dazzling, but it was extremely well designed, I think.
We have the humbles, and I think just about every World War II person who is here feels the same way, that they're humbled by the adulation of the people and people we've never seen before and so on. We just walk up and say, well done, thank you for your service.
And you are the greatest generation ever. Without you, we wouldn't have what we have now. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your service to our country, because we will never, ever forget you.
These are from area school kids. They are from kids in Champaign and Vermilion County, grades kindergarten through senior year in high school, and these are letters from them to you.
There are no words that can describe the sacrifices you have made. From the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
I am so very proud to say that I am an American where such grateful people are willing to sacrifice so much for our freedom.